Machine learning has revolutionized the way the machines work. The advantages of machine learning for the future society is enormous, and let's be excited to learn about it. While learning, let's have some fun too. Thank you. Welcome to Shapers Learning Academy. Zanoni and Zanoni, Vienna, Austria. It's a wonderful place to come for those of you with a sweet tooth. They do great breakfast, cakes and sweets. But in reality, you are only here for the ice creams. They have been going strong since 1971. So you know they are doing something right. A huge choice of fresh and colorful flavors will greet you. Do visit Zanoni and Zanoni when you visit Austria. What is machine learning? Machine learning is the art of mimicking human brain in predicting and solving the problems. Machine learning is a system that can learn from an example and self-improve unless and until the perfect prediction of an outcome is achieved. In short, machine learning is a replica of human brain. We humans face lots of problems and we have understood the reasons for each and every issues, and we try to respond each and every time better by learning from that issue. And when we expect the same to do from a machine, we call it as a machine learning. So the machine learns from the example that we give, and it tries to improve itself so that a perfect outcome is achieved. A better explanation for machine learning. We humans do encounter a situation and would have observed an outcome. When a similar situation is faced, we are confident of resolving the issue right. On the other hand, a newer situation is faced with difficulty in resolving. How do we resolve the issue? We are to be trained to the new situation with the data and an inference model. Machines are trying to do the same, and hence underlying logic of machine learning. Roxy's Ice Cream Social, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. They make all ice creams in-house daily and specialize in hand-dipped ice creams, fresh baked cookies, sandwiches, floats and sundaes. Nothing beats getting in line on a hot day when you spot their truck and knowing you are going to get one of those delicious ice creams. It's a pure joy. Do visit Roxy's when you visit Oklahoma. The working logic. The typical task of a machine learning algorithm is to predict an outcome and suggest solutions. So the typical task of a machine learning algorithm is to suggest and provide a recommendation using its predictive techniques. This particular predictive techniques is something which the machine learns by itself. Machine learning combines the data with a statistical tool to predict the outcome. Machine learning is closely associated with data mining, or otherwise called as data science. The typical task of machine learning algorithm is to suggest and provide a recommendation using its predictive techniques. The machine learning is the technology behind your YouTube suggestion videos and as well as your Netflix suggestions and your Google suggestions too. Icecream Labs, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Icecream Labs' idea revolves around the molecular gastronomy freezing concept, using liquid nitrogen to instantly freeze fresh ingredients into the ice cream. The end result? You will be stunned as liquid nitrogen flows into the bowl, expands in air as smoke, and then evaporates right in front of your eyes, leaving fresh ice creams behind. Do visit Icecream Lab while on a visit to UAE. Let's understand the learning phase better. See, the core objective of machine learning is learning and inference. When I say inference, inference can be a judgment. Machine learns by observing the patterns. As we discussed in the previous slides, we have the data and we have the output, and the machine learning system tries to understand the pattern, and he tries to create the algorithm. So machine learns by observing the patterns. Data plays a crucial role in discovering the pattern. Yes. One crucial part of data scientist is to determine which data to be fed to the machine in order to make a perfect prediction. So the system has to be trained. The machine learning system has to be trained with different types of data, different types of uncorrupted data. So this uncorrupted data and the training will make the machine learning stronger, the machine learning system stronger in predicting the output. The list of attributes used to solve the problems is called as future vector. The machine crunches the data with a future vector to predict a model, and hence the model is born. So here we have the training data, and here's a future vector. Future vectors are the attributes to solve a problem. So we have the training data and the future vectors, more or less like a requirement. And the machine learning system learns and predicts an algorithm, and hence the model is born. Elephant Grounds, Hong Kong. This hip coffee store has some great briefs, but it's the attention to detail in the ice cream and ice cream sandwiches that make them really stand out. Treat yourself with hand-churned ice cream cookies, sandwiches in a variety of creative flavors. They are almost too beautiful to eat. Yes, almost. So now, the inference part. As we discussed, our model is ready. Now, we need to understand how strong is the model. So the obvious next part is to check how the model shall be right for different set of data. So a different set of data has been fed to the model to take out the prediction. You don't need to train the data again. You can use the previous model for the same. So our system has to be checked for its perfect prediction. So you are supposed to feed different kinds of data, train the system, and make the system intact. Gelateria d'Aubency, Belgium. They have been serving up their delicious ice cream now for 18 years, and everybody leaves happy customer. You can either sit in and have a cup, or grab a comb and go and wander this stunning city. Let's review our learning today. Machine learning is the art of mimicking human brain in predicting and solving the problems. Number 2, we understood the difference between machine learning approach and the traditional programming approach. Number 3, the machine learning system solves the problems by predicting the algorithms. Number 4, the list of attributes used to solve a problem is called future vector. Number 5, the core objective of machine learning is learning and inference.